What's up, wrestling world? It's your boy, the One, here tonight to do a review on NXT and TNA. I usually do ROH review, but for some reason, it didn't come on at its prompt time. It came on after TNA. Usually it comes on before TNA, but I'm not gonna sit there and wait just an hour to review on it after, especially at what happened last week. I'm still kind of upset, but maybe it'll be back on at its normal time next week, and I'll give you a review on that. Got to say, I'm not as disappointed as I am with wrestling this week. Still got a couple complaints, but overall, wrestling was pretty decent this week. Sorry I didn't give my Raw review again this past Monday. It was pretty good Raw. They say SummerSlam's going to 4 hours next month. John Cena suffered a broken nose. Didn't see that coming. But overall, wrestling was fairly decent. I'm not all the way impressed, but I am more impressed this week than last week. So, here we go. Start off with NXT. In NXT, we had a tag team match between Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy as they take on, with Carmella in their corner, to take on Dawson and Wilder. Dawson and Wilder picks up the surprise victory with the Shatter Machine on Enzo. So then we had Baron Corbin, who wrestles a dude named Jesse. It's a quick match. 2 moves again like last week. Baron Corbin wins, ends the days. Now, I understand that this guy's supposed to be the real deal. But come on, folks. Let this man do more than 2 freaking moves, man. Let me see what you got. I mean, was they trying to be Bill Goldberg? I mean, even when Goldberg matches were quick, he had more than just 2 moves, man. He pushed the man, then hits within the days. Come on, you kidding me? Let's do it. I mean, I want to see if this man really got what it takes to be a superstar. Put him in some competition. Let him do more than just the end of days. And it's over with. 10 seconds. Wasting my time looking at that crap. So, William Regal's backstage with Tyler Breeze, and Tyler Breeze comes out and says he needs an opponent for the takeover. And Tyler Breeze said, I don't care who it is, I'll fight anybody. So William Regal said, I look deep down all over the world, and I got your opponent. So then he says to be careful what you wish for. So then we have a match between Jordan and Gable as they take on Elias Simpson and Living Valenzuela Jr. Of course, Gable and Jordan picks up the victory as they hit the Grand Attitude. Following that, we have an interview with Dana Brooks, who's talking about how she's not scared of Charlotte, how Charlotte's scared of her, and says she will serve her an eviction notice tonight in their match, as Charlotte is lucky that she is on Raw, and that the NXT Divas division will be taken over by the, quote, Total Diva. Now, if you want to steal promos, say you're the Total Diva, why don't you just ask for your position to get on Total Divas or something, You're not a Total Diva. You're not even on the show. So how can you say you're a Total Diva? Nobody heard of you. Nobody cares about you. I mean, you muscular. You athletic. But evidently nobody really cares about you because nobody heard of you for real. Dana Brooks. I mean, she got a little spunk to her though. So, then we go to a segment with one time the man who used to call himself the last of the dying breed, Bull Dempsey. I guess he got a weight problem, so he ain't been wrestling, so he decides to do a bull workout. He calls it the bull workout. Son, I guess they're trying to make weight, trying to lose weight. I don't know what the promo was all about. So then we go to our match between Dana Brooks and Charlotte. Match goes back and forth. But Charlotte picks up the victory via pinfall. So after that, they cut a promo with Samoa Joe, who talks about his match next week with Rhino. Should be a pretty good physical match next week. Can't wait to see it. Both guys pretty familiar with each other. Their runs in ROH and TNA. Now they're trying to do their thing in NXT. Samoa Joe says Rhino's in his way of accomplishing what he's trying to accomplish as being an NXT champion. After that, we got an interview with Eva Marie, who says she's there for one thing, and that's to be the NXT Women's Champion. So Sasha Banks better watch out. Eva Marie, I got news for you. One match ain't good enough. You're going to really prove yourself before you can talk about taking on Sasha Banks. You ain't fought nobody yet. Get you a couple more wins on your belt. Fight some different competition. Then we'll talk about you possibly fighting Sasha Banks. Right now, you ain't ready for Sasha Banks. That's just my opinion. And I believe that. You don't know who you messing with. The boss. Look what she's doing over there in the main roster. Her, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte. They haven't lost. They haven't one of them been pinned since they've been on the main roster. So you gonna tell me you think you can hang with those? Fight one of them before you fight Sasha Banks. Prove yourself. I mean, I ain't saying that you can't wrestle. You only seen you in one match. So time will tell. But right now, I don't feel you ready. But in the future, you may be a Divas champion, NXT champion. But right now, you need to work your way on up. I hope you can succeed because there's a lot of critics out there doubting you, saying that you don't deserve that you don't deserve to be in the business, that you're just there for the flame and just to get noticed. So prove me wrong. But until then, I just want to wish you the best of luck. But take your time. Don't try to rush your things to trying to get a title shot against Sasha Banks, because right now, Sasha Banks will school you. That's just been my opinion. So then after that, we have Kevin Owens, who's in the match against some guy named Martin. I don't know if it's Martin Lawrence or what. What's up, Martin Lawrence? But anyway, that was a one-sided match all the way through. Kevin Owens wins with a pop-up powerbomb. Then after the match, he pop-up powerbomb the dude outside the ring. Gets on top of the rope. Mocks Finn Balor. Oh boy, Kevin Owens, I don't know. Then we had the tag team match for the tag team titles between the Vaudevillains against Blake and Murphy. In this match, the Vaudevillains was dominating the whole match. Alexa Bliss get involved, cause a distraction, causing Blake and Murphy to pick up the victory. So after the match, the Vaudevillains attacked Blake and Murphy, hits him with that move. The Dirty Workers. What the hell is Dirty Workers? I don't understand why they call that the Dirty Workers. I never heard of that word in my life. So then they left in the ring along with Alexa Bliss. And they surround her. So then they hold the ropes open for her to get out. But instead she walks to them and slaps both of them. Then walks out. In the show, NXT, step your game up a little bit. Show was a little bit better than last week. So, not much complaints. Except for Baron Corbin for one. You look like you're a bad dude. But you need some competition. 10 seconds. You ain't showed me nothing, bro. Come on, Baron Corbin. Come on, WWE, NXT. Get that man some competition. Let me see if he can really wrestle. Oh, so then we goes on to our next show, which was TNA. TNA starts off with Austin Aries. Comes into the ring, says he's not in a good mood. Not in a good mood because Bully Ray didn't put him in the number one contender title match. He said he deserves it. He said nobody takes more pride or works harder or cares about wrestling than he does. I beg to differ with you, Austin Aries. You're a hell of a wrestler. But as far as you taking claim for all that, I beg to differ with you. I've seen some guys who's worked their asses off in this business, who put blood, sweat, and tears, who live and breathe this stuff, I ain't saying you ain't no good wrestler, because you're a hell of a wrestler. One of the best I ever seen. But don't sit there and try to stake claim to something that ain't true, man. As a wrestler, you're a hell of a wrestler. But can I honestly say that you have more passion or work harder than any other wrestler in the wrestling industry? I beg to differ. So Austin Aries, need to watch what you say. So then Bully Ray comes out to the ring after Aries makes his remarks toward Bully Ray, saying that ever since Bully Ray took over, that he don't like the way he's running things. And Bully Ray comes out and said, "Austin Aries, I'm gonna get what you want." He said, "What? Title match?" Bully Ray says, "No." He said, "Tag team title match?" Bully Ray says, "No." He said, "X Division title match." Bully Ray says, Austin Aries said, "Been there, done that. No, thank you." So then out comes Rockstar Spud. And he talks about how he respects Austin Aries and how he don't like the things Austin Aries saying about him. And so Austin Aries said, "Oh, you think you can beat me? You think you can hang with me? So I'm gonna give you a chance to prove it." So Rockstar Spud says, "I don't think I can hang with you. But I can beat you." So Austin Aries says, "You can't even beat Kurt. You ain't beat Kurt Angle. What makes you think you can beat me?" And so Austin Aries says, "If you beat me, I don't deserve to wrestle in this ring." So Bully Ray says, "What did you just say?" He said, "I don't deserve to wrestle in this ring." That's what he said, Bully Ray. So Bully says, "Okay, Aries, if Rockstar Spud beats you at next week's event, No Surrender, which is on Destination America, by the way, then you will no longer wrestle in TNA." So Austin Aries said, "Well, what's in it for me?" He said, "I knew you had to be something. You Austin Aries." Austin Aries said, "If I beat Rockstar Spud, I want his name. I want to be called Rockstar Austin Aries. And all you want to be called is just Spud." So the match is set for next week. Rockstar Spud versus Austin Aries. Rockstar Spud loses. He loses the Rockstar name. Austin Aries lose. He's out of there. So then we have Christopher Melendez with Kurt Angle as he fights Eric Young. Eric Young wins with a power drive. Man, dang, Eric Young, why you keep picking on this guy? How many power drives you gotta get this guy? How many times do Christopher Melendez gotta keep fighting Eric Young? He can't beat him. Christopher Melendez, give it up, man. Every time I see you week to week, you talking about what you're gonna do, Eric Young, and all the same results over and over. Power driver, sick of it. Sick of it. Find somebody else to fight. You can't beat him. Point blank. Leave it alone. Give it up. So then we have a TNA Knockouts title match between Marty Bell of the Dollhouse versus the new Knockout champion, Brooke. In this match, it was pretty much Brooke comes out, beats on Jade and Marty before the bell starts. Then she gets in the ring and Taryn Terrell goes after Taryn Terrell, which causes a distraction. Marty Bell goes after her, starts beating her up. The bell rings. So it looked like Marty Bell was in control. So Jade and Taryn Terrell decide they want to get involved in the match. The lights go out. Gail Kim's picture of promo comes up. No light, no Gail Kim to be found. After that, so they look for Gail Kim, so Marty Bell's distracted. Brooke hits her with the Buttercup Facemaker. Pins her. 1, 2, 3. Still Knockouts champion. Brooke. So, after that, EC3 comes out with Tyrus. Talking about his title defense against Matt Hardy. How the only conspiracy they got is that Matt Hardy gets to make stipulation. And he's not championship material. He said if his brother Jeff was in the match, he'll be a little sweat just a little bit. But they're from North Carolina, so, they just old country boys. So, out comes who? Guess who? Jeff Hardy. Welcome back, Jeff. Anyway, so Jeff Hardy walks out. Jeff Hardy says that eventually he will be back and he will be the TNA champion. He said, but right now, he's been sitting at home watching EC3 and he don't deserve to be the champion and somebody's going to take it from him and that person is going to be his brother. Matt Hardy. So Matt Hardy comes out. And he talks about the stipulation. So Matt Hardy said, me and my brother come with stipulations. And he says, here, man, I'm going to let you DJ. So Matt goes outside the ring, grabs a table. Then he grabs a chair. Then he grabs a ladder. So you know what it's leading to. So next week's match between EC3 and Matt Hardy is going to be Full Metal Mayhem for the TNA World Champion. And also, Bully Ray had stipulation that no one will be allowed in ringside. So, no Tyrus, no Jeff Hardy, just mano-y-mano. So, after that, we go to James Storm's Arena. And They faced Magnus and Mickie James. Mickie James, you know, and Serena been friends for like 10 years. So they fight. Fast-paced match. Even Poyo tries to get involved, but ends up hitting James Storm with a stick. And Mickie James pins Serena, hit her with a DDT. After the match, she hits James Storm with a DDT. So then, last but not least, we have our TNA inductee. Now, the person they inducted, rightfully, think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Think he deserves to be in the WWE Hall of Fame sometime in the future. This guy, he's been a champion everywhere he went. I mean, you can like him, you can love him, you can hate him, but he was one hell of a performer back in his prime. Double J, Jeff Jarrett, congratulations. I mean, you deserve it. After all you did, you was the one who was co-founder of this company. I mean, you know, wrestling has been in your blood from your father to you. So, you know, now you still doing your thing. You got this Global Force Wrestling going. But I think, you know, it's been a long time coming. But I can't wait to hopefully one day to say that I can see you going to the big boy Hall of Fame, WWE. I mean, you might not be in the WWE champion, but there's a lot of Hall of Famers in the WWE who has never been a WWE champion, but you have been champions in that organization. You've been Intercontinental champion, tag team champion. You've been a WCW champion. Everywhere you wrestle, you've been some kind of champion. I mean, you're a good performer. King of the Mountain, baby. Double J. But my whole thing is what I want to say before I let you go, people, is we all know that Jeff Jarrett is married to Karen Jarrett. Now, Karen Jarrett is formerly the former wife of another TNA star, Kurt Angle. Now, at the end of this segment, all the wrestlers came out there with their support to Jeff Jarrett, clapping. Kurt Angle was out there at the time, but I noticed as soon as Jeff Jarrett and Karen walked out the ring, Jeff Jarrett went to go shake the wrestlers' hands, and Kurt Angle was nowhere to be found. Now, I don't want to stir any controversy or speculate, but I'm just curious to know is there still problems within the ranks between the two? I mean, because he would just appeared out of nowhere. I mean, he was just out there clapping for him. Because, I guess he paid respect to Jeff Jarrett, which I respect that because, you know, I think Jeff Jarrett does deserve it. I mean, you know, that's their personal business, you know. You can't, you know, but at a professional level, Jeff Jarrett has done a hell of a lot for this wrestling industry. I mean, so, you know, I congratulate Kurt Angle for at least acknowledging that. But, I was just curious to know. I ain't trying to stir nothing up. I was just curious, you know, just something that I just happened to notice during the end of the show. So, next week we have No Surrender on Destination America. Looking forward to it. TNA overall, you did a lot better than last week. You know, I must admit, you know, still got my little disappointments, but not overall. I'm not as sad or upset about the way wrestling went this week. You know, so you know I'm not gonna give you too bad a review. I'm actually gonna give you a rating this week. You went from not a rating last week to I can give the week of wrestling so far at least about a 4 this week. You know, still got to do some work on some of these matches and some of these feuds going on, and you know, I really think that, you know, just had a bad week last week, and I think it's finna start picking up. As I said once before, I said back in WWE News that SummerSlam is going to be for 4 hours. So they just got something big. But also there's rumors saying now that the man named Sting, he's gonna be there the weekend of SummerSlam doing some kind of autograph signing. But as far as actually participating in the card, as of today, they are saying that they have nothing for him right now. They're not going to include him as of right now. Now, that may change within the next 2 or 3 weeks because, SummerSlam is 3 weeks away. Because, they had rumors had it that he was going to team up with Stephen Amell, whoever that is, to take on The Miz and Stardust. Yes. And then they said that it was going to be him or Roman Reigns, take on the Wyatt family. But, as of right now, they're saying that they don't have him plan for him. So, as far as John Cena, they said he didn't really suck. His nose wasn't really broke. It's just a nasal, something down with a nasal, but it looked broke to me. If you haven't seen the match, I mean, you can obviously see that. If you haven't seen the picture of it, you can obviously see that, it's out of place. But, he still continued to fight. Gotta respect the man. He didn't give up. A lot of people don't like John Cena, but the man continued to fight. So that concludes my review for this week. See you again tomorrow night. My SmackDown review. But until then, I'd like to say peace. God bless. Have a nice night.